Getting some breaking news, and this is coming in from the state of West Bengal, a direct comment by the state chief minister, where she has drawn an equivalence between elections in India and compared it with elections in Bangladesh. And this is what she's gone on to say. See how in Bangladesh they conducted peaceful election, and now see what they are doing here. This is a Tughlaki commission. This is what the chief minister is choosing to call the Election Commission of India, where she says that elections were held in Bangladesh some time ago and they were conducted peacefully. But here attempts are being made to bulldoze democracy. First, let's listen into this comment of the West Bengal chief minister.
There will be violence, this and this and this. But see how they have done peacefully. And India is a democratic country. It's a matter of shame to block a commission. Your threat culture finish the democracy. You bulldoze the democracy. It's a demolition of democracy.
Let me take this across to my colleague Kamalika Sen Gupta, who is now with us on the broadcast. Kamalika, this controversy by the West Bengal chief minister, the statement that she has in fact just made, drawing parallels between elections in India and compared it with the elections in Bangladesh, certainly is going to be garnering a lot of responses. But has she clearly given all of those minority violences a miss completely, and also the reports that are emerging out of Bangladesh on how this was clearly not a free and fair elections in the country?
Clearly, this is her rage and this is her anger against the election commission. And from the very start, today she did a special press conference where she started attacking the election commission, where she stated that this is a Tughlaki commission, this is a torture commission, this is a commission which violates Supreme Court order. And in saying that, in attacking election commission every way, from first to till the end, she maintained this, that this is a Hitler commission, this is a Tughlaki commission. And that's where she pointed out, she drew a comparison between Bangladesh and India. Now, obviously, this will raise various questions. But the fact is, she was attacking, Bangladesh was nowhere in the picture, which could have come during the press conference. But this is directly she was attacking the Election Commission of India and also the central government and BJP. And there she suddenly drew this comparison between Bangladesh election
Right,
commission.
absolutely. Do stay on with us, Kamalika. We will come back to you in just a bit. But this point that was I was earlier raising with Kamalika, my colleague Pallavi Ghosh, also to throw more light on exactly this. Pallavi, Mamata Banerjee has called the Election Commission of India a Tughlaki commission, and she is saying that elections in Bangladesh were fair. However, things are very different in India. And then she goes on to claim that here attempts are being made to bulldoze democracy. But clearly there are very, very contrary reports that are coming in from Bangladesh. The Transparency International Bangladesh has come out with a report which speaks about discrepancy in 40% of the seats where the polling really was some sort of a problematic issue. And those complaints are with the body.
We have two things over here. One is why she's saying it, why she's talking about Bangladesh. We'll come to that in a bit. But first of all, the facts are completely different on what was it on the ground. Because we saw that in many parts of Bangladesh, and I'm not talking about Dhaka, but if you go into the interiors, if you go into village areas, especially in the Hindu-dominated areas, it was very much a fear factor. There were people who were scared to come out and cast their vote. Assurances had to be given to them that don't worry, it is okay if you come and cast your vote. You have nothing to fear about. Both the Jamaat as well as the BNP, especially the Jamaat, were hurling charges against the BNP and the other, and vice versa, on the grounds that just the night before the polling of 12th of February, that's on 11th of night, there were pictures, there were videos which were there to give evidence that there was stamping of ballot papers were taking place. So lots of votes had already been cast. There was also evidence which was offered that even in many areas, especially in the interior areas, the counting was rigged. They were fudged. So therefore, to talk about free and fair elections, I would take it with a pinch of salt because I was there and I saw that in many areas, this was not really the case. Second, why is she comparing it to Bangladesh? Apart from attacking the Election Commission of India, she's playing into the emotive factor. Remember, the Jamaat has done very well for itself as far as the border areas were concerned. It is that area of Bengal which resonates with Bangladesh because there's a lot of overlapping of family ties, emotional ties. So she's playing that card as well ahead of the battle for Bengal. So there are twin factors which are very much involved as far as his latest controversial comment from Mamata Banerjee is concerned.
Right, absolutely. And Pallavi, thank you so much for that perspective. Pallavi there, she has been covering the elections in Bangladesh extensively for CNN News 18, coming out with that perspective. An important point that she's also gone on to make about the border districts which touch India and West Bengal particularly, and how the Jamaat was the dominant party there in Bangladesh that emerged victorious from those areas that border not just West Bengal but also Assam and the other parts of India. And that assertion now being made by the West Bengal Chief Minister. We also have Rahul Sinha of the Bharatiya Janata Party who is now joining us. सिन्हा साहब कैसे रिएक्ट करेंगे इस स्टेटमेंट का? वेस्ट बंगाल चीफ मिनिस्टर ममता बनर्जी ने एक पैरेलल ड्रॉ किया है. उन्होंने बोला बांग्लादेश में इलेक्शंस फ्री एंड फेयर था, जबकि इतनी सारे वीडियोस आए हैं कैसे बैलेट्स पहले ही कास्ट कर दी गई थी. इलेक्शन पोलिंग डे के पहले रात को ही पेपर बैलेट्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हुई थी, पोल्स कास्ट हो गए थे. बहुत सारी ऐसे कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी से ये सारी खबरें आई थी. उसके बावजूद ममता बनर्जी ये बयान दे रही है.
देखिए, पश्चिम बंगाल में या इंडिया में बांग्लादेशी का कोई सपोर्टर है, उनका नाम ममता बनर्जी. वो बांग्लादेश को हर समय समर्थन दिया, कारण बांग्लादेश से सारे घुसपैठी मुसलमान को यहीं पर लाया और वही ममता बनर्जी का मूल वोट का आधार है. उन्होंने ही उनको जिताया है और इसीलिए उन्होंने बांग्लादेश का तरफदारी तो जरूर करेंगे. बांग्लादेश में चुनाव शांति से हुआ, साफ सुथरा हुआ, ये तो उन्होंने बोलेंगे. कारण जो यही पर चुनाव को हास्यास्पद कर दिया, चुनाव का नाम पर जनतंत्र को गला घोट दिया, ऐसा ममता बनर्जी, वो तो बांग्लादेश का चुनाव उनको पसंद होगा ही. कारण वो चाहते हैं जो बांग्लादेश का जैसा चुनाव हुआ ऐसा चुनाव पश्चिम बंगाल में हो, ताकि घुसपैठी लोगों का वोट से वो आराम से जीत सके और जबरदस्ती करके वोट ले सके. लेकिन ऐसा स्थिति है जो पश्चिम बंगाल में अभी जो स्थिति है उसमें एसआईआर लागू होने के बाद चुनाव आयोग जो कड़ाई से चुनाव करने का निर्णय लिया और उसी निर्णय से ही पश्चिम बंगाल में घबराहट हो गया ममता बनर्जी को और इसीलिए उन्होंने ऐसे बांग्लादेश को समर्थन कर रहा है. लेकिन बांग्लादेश का चुनाव यहीं पर नहीं होगा. यहीं पर साफ सुथरा चुनाव कराने के लिए चुनाव आयोग बद्धपरिकर है.
जी, राहुल सिन्हा जी बने रहिए हमारे साथ. वी ऑल्सो हैव प्रियंका टिब्रेवाल ऑफ द भारतीय जनता पार्टी also now joining us on the broadcast. Ms. Tibrewal, Mamata Banerjee is saying that attempts are being made to bulldoze the democracy in the country while elections have been free and fair in Bangladesh. How do you read this statement?
Oh, so Mamata Banerjee is far away from the ground reality. So if she feels, see, we actually know that normalcy for her is when Hindus are killed and murdered. So that is exactly what is happening in Bangladesh. We have seen how they killed Deepu Das. We have seen how people were hanged and then burnt alive in Bangladesh. And she says that, you know, it's a democracy, free and fair. So this is the kind of free and fair practice which she wants to practice in West Bengal. Now she's saying that nothing has happened in Bangladesh because most of the, jihadis, you brought them in Bengal to create this kind of, violence. And this is exactly what she's looking forward to. She wants that there should be a, last time she said, khela hobe. And this time she wants a khuni khela to happen in Bengal. And she's all prepared for that.
Ma'am, there is a Transparency International Bangladesh, this body that has come out. And if we, in fact, go ahead and take the comments and the assertions that have been made by Mamata Banerjee at face value, we can also have this data now projected in order to counter the claims, because the data really suggests how there were discrepancies on 40% of the seats where the polls were cast, where the ballot really happened. So how does one juxtapose that? And this is data driven, this is purely, and this is an official account that's coming in and emerging from Bangladesh, to the claims that are now being made by the West Bengal Chief Minister.
Mamata Banerjee has always been an anti-national supporter, and there is no doubt about this. We have all seen that she is a chief minister who goes to the foreign land and criticizes her own country. How big a nationalist she is, that she has proved number of times. Where again I will state that Hindus are being mercilessly killed and murdered, she is saying that, you know, see how peaceful it is there.
Right, Mr. Tibrewal, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. Members of the BJP there.